Okay, hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to Play It Painted Live. Hope you guys are having a good Wednesday evening. Here we go with another one of these. So tonight we're going to be painting Escape from Dulce, which is a board game from, what's the name of this company? Sentient Cow Games. I've never heard of this game before. However, I was commissioned to go ahead and paint it. So that's what we're going to do this evening, and we'll work on some other projects too, if time allows. Okay, so that is what we are doing. We are fairly well into this project. I have not been streaming my progress here because things have been pretty busy. Okay, so we got back from Kingdom Con and jumped immediately into this commission because I picked it up right before Kingdom Con. I don't know why I'm calling it Kingdom Con, but that's what we're doing. And so I just dove straight into it, right? I think it was Sunday. Sunday night I jumped into this and just went hard, right? But we are like, on the finishing touches here. So mostly what I'm going to be doing tonight is working on the basing. Okay, so I've got to find the correct colors for my basing. It's going to be a standard forest style basing. I'm going to make sure I have a decent green to use here. It always seems to be a problem of mine is finding the green that actually I want. This is a pretty good green, this flat green, and then I think I have an earth color. In fact, what I think I'm going to do is we'll probably paint earth first. Ooh, and I'll use this guy because this is good for painting this kind of stuff. If I can find my flat earth. So we're going to start here with earth. We're going to use my Games and Gears brush because honestly, I don't trust this brush for anything other than like painting stuff like basing. It's just not a great brush, guys. It's not great. It's fancy, right? I mean, being able to do that and knock half your paints off your table so that you can get at a synthetic flippy brush. Seems meh, okay? Seems meh. I got too much shit on my table. I know. Go ahead. Go ahead. You gotta criticize. Get something to say mean. You go ahead and do that. But right now, we are going to finish up this commission. You can see that's the robot right there. It's like a special robot guard. And he's part of robot things. Probably use a nice white highlight, a nice edge highlight there. And then you got the cow. Everyone talks about the cow. If I'm being totally honest with you, I feel like the cow is a little try hard. I feel like the whole premise of this game is a little try hard with regards to we're wacky, we're zany nerd guys. Like it's a little. It just seems I know I use the word contrived too much, but like most stuff to me these days seems contrived. Like it's just try. I'll show you because watch this time. It's like there's do you remember when those like internet tasty like short videos first came out? And it was like, oh, we're gonna show you how to make an awesome croissant using Pillsbury dough and like cheese and ham, and you make this yum 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 thing, right? And then it got what's the word I'm looking for? Then it got hit with the nerd, like it got Seth MacFarlane. Okay, that's the term I'm gonna use is Seth MacFarlane. And what I mean by that is like if you watch Family Guy. Really, you only got them colors? Pretty dull looking. If you watch Family Guy, you'll notice that like Seth MacFarlane will take a joke and just pile it on and pile it on and pile it on, and drag it out. And he'll do this for like way longer than the joke is funny, right? Don't get me wrong. I do like Family Guy. I do think it's funny. Most of it's funny, but he always does that. Like he'll take a joke and he'll keep piling on with it. It's like when you're with your when you're with your friends, right? Your nerd friends or whatever. You're playing a game and somebody describes like something happens in the middle of your game and somebody describes like, oh man, it was like he just took that sword and shoved it in his face like shoo pow, right? And then your other friend was like, yeah, he was totally like shoo 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 pow pow. And people start laughing. No, no, no. And the next guy has to take it to that level like, no, he didn't just do that. He went shoo 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 pow. And the joke's gone on too fucking long, right? The joke has gone on too long. And you don't give a shit anymore. That's that's like this type of humor. It's like, oh, this is a cow, and it's got a Gatling gun, and it's got two heads, and it has hats, and there's a monocle. You know what I mean? It's like it to me it stinks of that. And I I guess there's a massive market of people out there that want that. I I think it's just okay. Hey, what's up, Nelson? What up, man? Look at this knifey lizard guy. A little shiny. A little shiny. It's a little bit shiny. You doing any painting tonight? Or you just came to chill, hang out, listen to me bitch about things. I know a lot of people tune in just to hear me like bitch about shit. Just came to chill. Nice, man. Hey, I got my shipping notice on my Batman board game. So we'll see what happens when that shit shows up at my door. Yeah, man. Yeah, thanks for coming down, hanging out, man. Appreciate it. So we're just finishing up this commission. This is Escape from Dulce, is the name of this. And I couldn't tell you anything about the game other than it's got weird alien things in it. It's got all these pieces. You arrive next Tuesday. Well, I better fucking paint some shit then by then. Although we'll see. I mean, I got a lot of stuff coming in that I'm actually honestly way more interested in painting. Notably, I've got another miners team coming in, right? So can't wait to repaint my miners so that they get nerfed and then I can play them and not feel bad. So those are coming in. I've got Chris has asked me to paint some more Batman and Infinity stuff, but I don't know how I'm feeling about doing that. I may want to take a little break and paint for me for a minute. So I got that stuff coming in. I got plenty of. I still got plenty of like, Oh, I got. I'll show you guys later, but I do have some relic blade that I want to paint. Right now, I don't know if you heard Nelson, but at Kingdom Con, we're all playing Guild Ball, and the creator of the game Relic Blade was there at Kingdom Con, and it's a game that I've had like kind of a passing interest in like the past year, right? And I knew Cody owned it because Cody owns everything. And the creator, was there at Kingdom Con, and like almost our entire Guild Ball meta decided to jump into Relic Blade. So as we speak, all these fools are painting up Relic Blade. And I haven't painted any yet because I'm painting this stuff. I'm painting Goat Boy with a beatbox, which isn't bad. I mean, it's a cool beatbox, right? But yeah, so Relic Blade is a thing. It's a really compact skirmish game. Plays on a 2x2 board and well under an hour for the game. So super fast games, really simple system, very easy mechanics to follow. Definitely. Here's my issue with it right now is I can tell it's not going to be a competitive game, which is awesome, right? It's a good it's a nice beer and pretzel game. You throw it down, you get a 2x2 game or a 2x2 board. You stab some people, you try to get the treasure or whatever, and you're done. But there's already, because our Guild Ball meta is super rad. We have some super cool players, but then we have the super competitive, I can't wait to break shit players. We ain't mentioned any names, but you know who I am. You know who that person is. That one main person, and then the other people that don't really. Uh, so that quickly went into, well, let's theory craft and start breaking this shit and dry hump the shit out of it, and that's not, which I guess is all right. It's just gonna, for me, I don't know. I don't feel like power listing or lister baiting or master lister bullshit. I don't feel like doing that. I'm just gonna put cool shit on the board and play it. But yeah, that's a thing. All those guys are playing it. I picked up a couple of starter sets so me and my son can play. But I think it's a nice little filler game. You know what I mean? It's a nice little pickup game that you play on the side of, say, Guild Ball or whatever your main miniatures game is. And it'll be good for that. And the minis look super fun. So that's probably the one thing I'm really excited for painting soon. And yeah. Well, anyways, Kingdom Con was super dope. And now party's over. I got to go back to reality. Work has been shit ever since I came back because we're in a kind of a busy season developmentally at work. And then my wife and I are talking about home equity. Maybe we take out a little home equity loan because the rates seem to be okay. So I'm always going to ask your advice on that if I should go ahead and do it. My wife wants to redo our kitchen, and I think it's a decent idea. So we might do that. I don't know. But yeah, meanwhile, we're going to paint some of this Escape from Dulce de Leche. What is Dulce? Dulce de Leche is flan, right? Isn't that what that is? Dulce de Leche? I don't know. We'll see. I was going to try to speed paint a faction tonight to maybe have ready, play a little game tomorrow, but I don't know. We'll see how we go. I still have to paint the damn mini of the month. I haven't really touched that. I'm feeling fairly uninspired by it. I didn't really like it. The Aaron the Conjurer thing? Not really a thing. Not really a thing. Okay. This game has Amelia Earhart in it too. It's Amelia Earhart, gosh. It's Amelia Earhart. Which is kind of cool, I suppose. But yeah, my main goal for tonight is get this commission done. And then we'll worry about, mini of the month, and we'll worry about doing the painting up some Relic Blade. Minis look super fun for Relic Blade though. And Andrew's talking about doing some Relic Blade content on his channel. I will definitely, if I really like Relic Blade, I probably will do some Relic Blade on this channel. So it's all good. This channel, by the way, pretty excited for. I am 2996 subscribers right now. So I'm knocking, I'm like breathing down on 3,000 subs right now. Pretty damn excited about that. I need 4 people to sub to me. 4 people. If I can get 4 people to sub to me, I'll be at 3,000 subs, which is cool. And my bragging right there is going to be I made it to 3,000 subs with no GW content, which seems impossible on the YouTube miniature community. You cannot break. I mean, it's hard enough to break 1,000 subs if you're not doing any GW on your channel. But 3,000 with no GW on your channel is like seems like impossible. It's impossible. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I mean, I'm right there. Maybe GW comes in and sues me once I hit 3,000 subs for not doing GW, or maybe maybe somebody like watermarks a Space Marine on the bottom corner of the screen. Hey, you Space Marine guy, and the Space Marine shows up and there. Now you can have that many subscribers. We'll see. We shall see. I like this Sasquatch guy. He likes his he likes to snap into a Slim Jim. This guy, he's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I'll talk to you about possible home equity loan advice, and then we'll paint. Otherwise, we'll just keep painting. I stopped by CQ tonight to pick up some more paint, and then I was reminded that I won the death pool for Game of Thrones. So I won the episode 1 death pool. I correctly called that little Ned Umber dies in episode 1. So now that he's dead, I got this cool little Davos Seaworth. What are those things called? What are those stupid things called? The pop things? You know what I mean. Those big pop chibi head things. So I got one of those. I know I'm not describing any of this well. And then Yvonne reminded me that I had been called exactly how he would die. Because I'm like a prophet, man. And I was like, word, I got that right too. Look at this guy. He's a military guy. Rifle's a little crooked. It's a little upturned. But yeah, this is what I've been doing lately. And then I immediately, after I got back from Kingdom Con, which was dope as shit, by the way. Sad that this was the last Kingdom Con, but for me, it was the best Kingdom Con. And for a number of reasons, but probably the main reason for me is I did not, on the drinking, I did not really go overboard at all. I had beer the entire weekend, no sake. You know, had a couple of shots of liquor with people here and there, but overall, fairly proud of myself and how I was able to stave off, you know, coming home Sunday morning, super hungover, pulling off to the side of the road, puking off the road. You know, I've done that before. But I'm like, I don't know, man. It's like I'm just feeling old, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? All that drinking, that's a young man's game. I'm gonna stick to my age, and I'm just gonna drink beer, play some Guild Ball, have a good time. And I was able to do that. So, all right. So brown is down. Let's do some green now. So we're gonna do some flat green. You guys have any questions, any comments, or any threats? Good time to do it. Good time to get them threats out, man. All right. Impossible. So now we're gonna. I figured out that this really is the best brush to paint your textured bases. Is you use a big dumb synthetic brush, right? And you just kind of pat that down where you want it. You pat your greens down, right? Gives you a little earthy style base. That little samurai space samurai. You do that. Not Space Marine. Space Marine get me 10,000 subs, but Space Samurai get me like 3 subs. By all the weeaboo miniature community. Space Samurai. I think this miniature is terrible looking. I don't know about you. He's famine guy. We're making it work though, guys. It's gonna work. This guy here also, he's, he kind of looks like he actually looks a lot like an Infinity, is it Toha? No, not Toha, whatever the combined army. Looks like a combined army miniature. God, I'm playing Infinity. Then here's the cow. Guys, it's a cow with a Gatling gun on his back, and it has a female head and a male head, and the male head has a monocle. Like that's what they want you to know. Like they're hanging their hat on the sentient cow games. They're hanging their hat on that. It may end up being like, their candy and cola, or their Sophie Reapercon mini. Could be. I'm just talking mad trash right now. And you got this guy. This might actually be my favorite sculpt in the whole thing. Not just because he's the easiest damn thing to paint, but because he's kind of cool. He reminds me of like those little Tomy robots when you're a kid. Well, when I was a kid, a lot of you guys didn't grow up with Tomy robots, but I did. They were dope. They look like that. And this goat guy. Look at the goat guy. Yeah, metal. Woo! That guy. Guys, he's very metal. He's very goat guy. Right. This guy's kind of cool. This guy is a bad guy, I believe. I think he's like a mini boss. I don't think he's one of the playable characters, but he's alright. He's alright. This is this moth guy, I think, is an ally. So it's interesting to paint this. So yeah, so Kingdom Con, super cool. Friday night we had an 8-player event oversell and go to 11 players. And Saturday we had a 16-player event oversell and go to 18 players. So that's good. We basically filled up all the table space we were allotted, and then had to sneak in a table or two extra each night, just to make sure all of our players could play in our events. And it was all Guild Ball was dope. So, and obviously you guys got games 2 and 4 on this channel. So you guys can go, you Guild Ball fans can go back and watch Andrew's historic, I consider it a historic run to becoming the Kingdom Cup 2019 champion, which is essentially a West Coast championship. Is essentially a West Coast championship because of the field of play, the number of players we had involved. Pretty big deal. And he won it with Tapper, like one of the least popular captains in the game. A lot of people think Tapper is underpowered. So it's a big deal that he did that. He didn't go through chumps, man. He had to go through Kevin, who is widely considered our best player in our meta, very strong player. Had to beat Kevin playing Hammer, which is crazy. Had to beat whose team was that? He had to beat Pedro's Falconers. He had to beat forget who else he played, but he had a good run through that tournament and finish up. You never got to go, Nelson. It's super sad because I think Kingdom Con is the single best experience you could have tabletop gaming in Southern California. Like hands down. Like that is the best event of the year. That's the one everybody enjoys. We all love it. Super close to our hearts and all that stuff. And it's super sad to see it go. Really sad to see it go. But we had, back to Guild Ball for a minute, we had players coming in from as far as like Michigan, Poland to come play in our event. Now, he's from Poland. He lives up in San Fran. I'm counting it because the dude brought me. Let me show you. Well, hold on. Let me finish getting this green down. Then I'll show you. There we go. Wow. Okay. All right. Let me show you some of this cool stuff that I got as kind of swag. I wasn't expecting any swag from Kingdom Con because obviously I'm just running events. So I'm not really playing in anything. So when I get swag, I'm pretty stoked over that because, I didn't play anything. But anyways, this dude brought me, his name is Michael, and he brought me this 50 mil proxy base, which is really sweet. It's over, I'm not sure what type of wood this is. It does like it's kind of pitted, almost like red oak is. Super nice. This is I think this is like the crest or the symbol of his hometown in Poland, which is awesome. Super, just nice, really fancy thing. I also got a staff badge this year, which is cool. I wasn't expecting a staff badge because I haven't been on Kingdom Con staff for a couple of years, but I guess they figure, hey, it's the last one. And I have staff badges from a couple of years ago, and they gave me a staff badge, so that's super nice. So we got that. And then Ross gave me this, which is, I absolutely love this thing. This coaster. Super nice. And you can see I've already used it. It's a little, like, in the non-finished areas, it's already a little bit used because I had beer on it. I had my beer. Hey, what's up, Hexus Pano? Welcome to the feed. I had my fancy copper tankard with a SoCal Guild Ball logo on one side, and we got the Play It painted logo on the other side. I was chilling with that all weekend long. That was dope. All right. So now, but yeah, let's finish these dudes up. We're gonna put some, not those tufts. Where are the fat grass tufts? We'll do these grass tufts on there, on these minis. And let them dry. Then we'll move on to something else. I'm not sure what we're moving on to, but we'll build. How about that? We'll build. We'll get these down. We'll paint the edges of these bases black, and then we'll get to building something. All right. Anyone else working on anything cool? A little bit of grass there to kind of spice up the basing. Obviously, this is too big for that, so it won't see that. Actually, let's do our little assembly line that we do behind me. Also got dope Kingdom Con shirt, and then I also found out that Ross had found the original 2009 shirts, and only a few of the staff knew that he had them. But one of my friends told me, "Oh yeah, go ask Ross for one of his original shirts." And so I did. So I asked him for one of those original shirts, and that was cool. Oh, so yeah. Woo. There. Alien standing in grass, why not? This robot takes up too much of the base for grass. This character here is supposed to be like Dr. Quinn, medicine woman, I think. But not. Like, she's a doctor. We'll just put it that way. Okay. Well, this guy. This guy looks like Wesker from Resident Evil. Woo! Woo! A sneeze going on there. Ah! Man. Oh, man, oh, man. Sometimes you go too fast and go sloppy. And you feel bad about yourself. You do what you gotta do. Amelia Earhart. So if you guys are working on anything, you're painting anything, you have any questions, any comments, any threats, if you want to talk Game of Thrones or Guild Ball or Relic Blade, I don't know enough about Relic Blade to really talk about it. Other than it looks really easy, the models look cool, and I'm looking forward to trying it. That's all I gotta say about Relic Blade. Hi, little Sasquatch there. Hi. He's gonna get a tiny little tuft of grass that to make him look bigger. There, tiny little tuft of grass there. Adeptus Titanicus. Well, there you go. We'll put little beatbox goat boy here. He'll get a little tough because he kind of has shit going on his base. He already has a boom box on his base, so you don't really need a tuft there. The super cow is like the entire middle of its base is wide open, so we'll give him kind of they, I don't know what the pronoun is, they will get a slightly larger one. I used to worry about how white that was going down, but it dries clear. So we're cool. And get like a evil Man in Black type thing. So this is one of those things where I think the whole set will look better when it's all together. This is one of my favorite minis in the whole thing, and he's not even a playable character. He's just like an ally. It's like merman guy. He looks like creature from the Black Lagoon, or like to me, he reminds me of Merman from the He-Man cartoon and action figure line. Merman. He's super cool. All right, more guys. Again, Faker Infinity model. You just call him that. Just wannabe Infinity guy. One of you Infinity guys can tell me what that is. All right. And then Moth Dude, also awesome. So I painted these models in 2 batches of 9. And then tonight we're just knocking out the basing. Hacktow. There you go. And Space Samurai guy. This guy could also be this guy could be a what's it called? The sectorial for Yujing. I don't know what they're called. I forget what they're called. They're definitely they're basically Japanese. The Japanese sectorial. Not sure why we're going with like outdoor grass bases when I believe the game board for this is I believe it's the interior of a spaceship. Not that I want to do, not that I want to figure out how to do like a true sci-fi interior base on these, because they're all one-piece plastic, so you can't really do it. So this definitely makes it easy. Good morning, Shadowcat. Welcome to the feed. All right, so there's that. So now let's immediately go into painting all these bases black and then just doing what we do, right? Lizard Man. Shadowcat, you doing any painting this morning? Which is evening for us out here in the West Coast. Gotta get that relic blade flow. I do, dude. That's why I'm trying to what's up, Andrew? That's why I'm trying to power through this. Like I'm at the end of this commission. And we're gonna jump into we're gonna build some relic blade tonight. Possibly. I gotta work on the mini of the month too. But I don't know. I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do with that guy. I haven't done anything with him really. Let's just see. So I'm gonna paint all of these. I also do not like these flat style bases. They just bug me. They're harder to make look clean because you don't have that nice lip to paint. You just go with that. But they're cool. might be able to get them all sealed too. I'm going to try to deliver these tomorrow. Are you going to be around tomorrow, Andrew? I don't know. I might be able to do like some afternoon gaming. Oh, you got to work. Told my son about Relic Blade. I took him on the website. The two factions he thought were the coolest were the skeleton faction, which was sold out by the time I made it downstairs, and then the lizards. So it chose well. He also liked the paladins, which I did not get, but I probably will pick up because I need more good guys anyway for my elf team or whatever they're called, Wilderkin. Yeah, he liked the skeletons. And yours look really awesome. I see that you got yours painted up already. So you are good to go. You're just gonna buy more stuff and paint it. So playing Relic Blade will allow me to will allow us to break out the old Eldorado terrain and get some good use out of that stuff. Which is cool. There you go. So we'll do this. Once this is done, then we'll throw some varnish in the airbrush, seal these guys up, and then it's on to painting for me. It was really sweet. Yeah, a Relic Blade was. They were at Kingdom Con. The creator was at Kingdom Con, so we all bought a ton of Relic Blade. Andrew bought the most. He bought whatever the hell they had. I think he just give me one of everything, basically. I bought 2 factions, and I know a bunch of other people bought factions and stuff. But like I said, looks like a fun enough game. Fun, simple game. Probably we treat it as kind of a filler game in between long games of Guild Ball. You know, you want to just relaxy taxi. I know some of our players, like I was saying, they're gonna power game the shit out of it. Probably won't. It's like not the best. If you want a relaxing game, you probably tell those guys to fuck off, and then you play a relaxing game with somebody else. Oh, and I listed this, and it's gonna do. And you're like, just calm down, I just want my little mans to run it. Your little mans, and we roll dice, and one of them explodes. I don't want you to power game the fuck out of this and make it not fun. Like, don't do that. You know what I mean? Do not. I don't like that. I don't like it when people immediately try to suck the joy out of a game. For me, the joy of the game is you get into you get into the theme of the game. You get into the theme of the game, and you play something you're hoping plays out thematically. Now, don't get me wrong. I love a good tactical game. This is why I like Guild Ball so much, is because you make your tactical decisions, like the decisions you make to win or lose the game in Guild Ball. The vast majority of that happens on the field. So yes, you make decisions about who you draft into your team, You make decisions about what um, event card you play each turn and that kind of thing. But everything else in Guild Ball boils down to how you play on the board, how you feel on the board. You're not sitting there jacking off to a bunch of lists and like, oh, this time I'm gonna min max this, and then we're gonna get all the ash blasters, and then because that shit is fucking lame, in my opinion. Okay, it's stupid. If you're gonna win a game by basically just buying your way, like I'm gonna buy all flyers, and like if you're just doing that to win a tabletop game, then just play a fucking video game with like DLC and buy all the DLC. And like I got the best skin, and I just like that's what I hate about list building games. It is. It's like my major gripe about list building games is because it's like I'm gonna find something broken and then I don't have to be a good player. I don't have to be a good decision maker on the board, right? That's that's stupid. That's stupid shit, right? That's like, it's like it would be like going into like a sketch contest and bringing a photocopier with you. Like, oh, I don't need to know how to sketch. I'm just gonna buy a fucking photocopier. Like that's why I don't like. Uh, that's why ultimately I don't really like list building games. I understand it's a necessary evil because you want to play. Customization is a big deal. You want to play things that match you. You want to buy the upgrades and the units and that kind of stuff that matches your playstyle. That part of it I can get behind, right? I can get behind that. What I can't get behind is when a game is so when the impact of that is greater than the decisions you make on the board. And the reason why I think that is a thing in tabletop war games is because, especially in larger scale games, your units are pretty binary in what they do, right? I got this man's. The only actions that this man's can take is he can move, he can shoot, and he can do melee, right? That's it. You can't do like weird maneuvers like in Guild Ball. You can't be like, oh, he's going to pass the ball, dodge forward. He's going to attack, get another. He'll buy a playbook result. He's going to buff another player next to him. In a lot of these games, the units there's more of them on the field, but there is a very limited amount of different types of actions they can take. Therefore, crafting a list that gives you that inherent advantage of the three things you can do versus the three things your opponent can do, pretty powerful mechanic in those games. And it's just not me. I want to, especially with games like Guild Ball, I want to put my 6 on the board. And yeah, those 6 are going to be good players. They should be good players, except for Midas. They should be good players, but it's going to come down to, did I make the right decisions playing the game? And that's what I love about Guild Ball is like at the end of a game, like when you lose a game of Guild Ball with your against your friends or against like a better player, they're going to give you advice, and maybe 10 to 15% of that advice is going to be, oh, I would drop this player and take this player instead because I think this player is better into this matchup, right? 10 to 15%, assuming uh, uh, the other player knows some good play into his own matchup. The rest of the advice they're going to give you is going to be about decisions you made during the game. Why didn't you take out this model when you had the chance? Why didn't you pass the ball upfield? Why didn't you kill the ball for the rest of the turn? Make me play a momentum race against you. You see what I'm saying? Like that's why I like Guild Ball better than other skirmish systems and other war game systems out there. Because yes, there's drafting. Yes, you do. You really should actually think about unless you're Andrew and you have an awesome 6. But yes, you should at least have some thought as to who makes it onto the field for you. But the rest of the game, the rest of the factor in who, like how well you play, not considering my shitty dice rolling, the rest of the factor goes down to, did you make the right decisions with those pieces? Right? Did you deploy correctly? Did you pass the ball correctly? Did you hold on to the ball for the right amount of time? Did you take out models when you needed to? Did you go after unactivated models? Did you win activation order? These are all decisions that you make during the game that are based on the circumstances of the board state. They're not, oh, this person plays this. I'm just gonna keep doing this, and I'm gonna buy fucking. I'll just go to the store. I'm gonna walk out with arms full of plastic, and then I'm gonna max my list. And, like, that's not fucking. That's not, in my opinion, and it's not good gameplay. You are, and I'm not arguing for like never go out and buy new shit. Obviously, you buy the new shit, right? The problem I have is when you buy the new shit and that decision alone makes up for 25% or more of your total victory contributing factors. I have a problem with that. I don't like that as much as I hate net listing, like that's a stupid, and Andrew's win at Kingdom Con was the anti net list, because you talk to the internet. Oh, you don't feel Tapper. Esters is what you feel. And then Corker's here. No one will ever play Tapper again. And what does Andrew do? Andrew goes and he clears. He runs the gauntlet with a Tapper led team. It became, it's a fairly, if you follow like Gubs and some of those other Guild Ball groups, they're talking about Andrew's win because people are scratching their head like, wait a minute, Tapper came in a stacked field and won a tournament. That is some crazy shit to a lot of people, because their world, the meta world is shattered, because they, oh god, I'm just gonna, like, those people are the people that live and die by the meta world. Like, those are the guys that go to the fucking store and buy 7 flyers because they heard flyers were good. You just go buy flyers because it's not for them. It's like it to me. It's like, oh, I don't want to win the game based on the decisions I make on the field. I want to win the game before we've set up, because I bought dumb shit and I tweaked it. Yeah, you had asked what captains you play. Yeah, I mean, people want to know. That was a super cool win. It was super exciting to watch because, like I was saying, it yeah, it, like I was telling you before, Andrew, it was like there was a point after that Falconers game when you started to turn it around, and then you stole the win from Pedro. In my opinion, I think you stole. I really do. I think you stole the game from him. It was his to win. Actually, no, it was his to lose, and you flipped you flipped the advantage there at the very end, at the very end. And you came up with a last second plan. You called an audible. Okay, dog is gonna win me initiative. You had a really shitty like second turn that could have gone south had Pedro recognized 2 things, in my opinion. Like, had he recognized he had a Friday takeout on the board, which would have given him command and the ball. Had he recognized that, then I think you're in big trouble. But he didn't, and the fact that you capitalized on that mistake turned the entire course of the game around. After that, I was like, man, you're not. Oh, these are from Escape from Dulce. Let me show you this. I'll show you the thing in my limited. My limited webcam thing. Escape from Dulce. Dulce. Yeah. Yeah, Pedro, but see, that game, in my opinion, was just as important for Pedro to lose as it was for you to win. Because you turn around, you win that game, and no one's gonna beat you. Like I had that thought when you turned around, and won that game. What immediately came to my mind was, no one's gonna beat Andrew for the rest of the day. No one's gonna beat Andrew. This is his time. Andrew's gonna run this. And you ran into Kevin's Hammer team, a team that everybody dreads playing against because Kevin is sharp as shit with that team and he makes very, very few mistakes. You ran into that team, and honestly, I looked at that board and I said, no, Andrew's going to win that game. Andrew, and you hardly ever won games against Hammer. I've only beaten that Hammer team once, and that was in season 3. With when Midas was good. But yeah. But you beat the Hammer team. I also thought that if you hadn't won the kickoff, that you would have put your coin up for that game. Because I think it's important enough to do that. It's a championship game. And I think, like, okay, I'm going to use my coin here because if I don't get to kick to Kevin, the chances of winning that game are significantly go down. So anyways, so we're gonna let those dry for a minute. I'm gonna figure out what do I want to do. So I have these, like, for Relic Blade, I want to use partially stamped bases. I don't know if I'm gonna use the slots because I really hate slotted bases. I really hate them. So let's do some partial stamps. They're tiny little 25 millimeter bases. They're so tiny. Yeah. That's some crazy shit though, man. I was like watching all this go down. It was like by far one of the best tournaments I think I've ever seen, or definitely one of the best ones I've ever hosted. Just to have such a deep field of players. Discord was losing their mind. Yeah, dude. That's crazy. Because Kingdom Con is the Kingdom Cup it's on the map. I mean, they know that's a high level tournament, right? There are no chumps in Kingdom Con in playing the Kingdom Cup. There haven't been. It's never been. That's always been a pretty stacked field. Think about, if you look at the California meta, the top, like, basically the top 5 or 6 players in California, and arguably, the top, everybody playing is in the, not everybody, but most of us are within the top 20 West Coast US players. It's pretty solid field. Like, you got to feel pretty good about how deep that roster was. And then the other thing too, I think, is with everything lining up in place, with Chris taking out Reagan there round 4, with Cody taking out Nathan in round 2. It gets crazy shit, man. That Cody is blowing my fucking mind right now because he has beat Nathan twice in a row in tournament play now. You know what I mean? The best part was the Fury orgy. I think you meant for the Fury orgy. It was, man. How did you know? What's up, Canvas? Yeah, that was some dope shit though, for real. Did I not make enough? I didn't make enough. I didn't make enough poopy things. Doesn't matter. Here's what we'll do. Need to get that. But yeah, what a crazy tournament. That was great. I don't think we'll get that many players for Fulmination, but hopefully I think people will come out interested to play and compete. Now that we have kind of some of the now that we're feeling like we're in a spot where any number of players, it could be their day to win. I think Chris is due. Obviously, Cody is due, and they're good enough to win. So we got to see how this shakes out. Like how well. Now we're talking about furry orgies. Damn furries. Ah. Yeah. I'm just gonna do a little partial stamps here. Oh, yeah. But that was super dope. The first round of Fulmination price support is on its way to me, and we'll take care of it. Regan slapped the wall. Yeah, he won that game. So Reagan won that game with 15 seconds left on the game clock. That is crazy. Crazy game. That's another one. That's another really memorable game there. Oh, 3 seconds on the clock. Holy shit. That's like a movie ending. Pretty dope, man. So, feeling pretty hype about Guild Ball. Miners are on their way back to me. So my second set of miners are coming in, and I'm gonna be able to play them next. Well, Shadowcat, if you can on this channel, you can go back and watch. You can't watch that game, but you can watch the top table. You can watch two of Andrew's games, and they're the two awesome games that he played. The round 2 game against Pedro, where he was so close to losing that game. Pedro had such a commanding position in the second turn. So that game is on there, and then the championship round against Kevin is also on this channel. Yeah, and then, it didn't help that the dice gave up on you as well. I know, I'm even partially stamping this. This base is for the big lizard. Which is not going to have much to stamp. I'll do it anyway. So, also, like I was saying earlier, I'm 4 subs away from 3K. It's exciting. It's exciting shit, guys. I'm excited. I don't know what I'm going to do. You're supposed to do a giveaway or some shit. I don't know. I don't know these rules, man. All right, so stamp a little fish scale brick. Hold on, I just work here. So, Nelson, you gonna be around tomorrow night? Do some gaming, maybe? From what you were painting today, what was the best mini out of the batch? My personal opinion, let me show you that. I'll show you what I think is the best mini. I'll stamp that. My favorite mini is not even a playable character in the game, but he's this guy, Mr. Fishman Ally here. He's got the cool trident. He's got a freaking clamshell over his junk. Gotta love that. He's got got a cloak that only goes halfway down his back. He's a badass. I love this guy. Guy's great. My favorite mini of this group. Also, really like this robot for some reason. Just a big fan of that. Now, when you talk like the over-the-top shit, the family of 4 that's a squid, that's people will like that. And then everyone likes. I think it's a little contrived personally, but everyone likes the 2-headed cow with the gun on his back. All right. So, stamp. So there's a little bit of cobblestone on these bases. Those relic blade minis are small. Yay, cast guns. You can see the like partial brick pattern there. They're like Black Manta. Yeah, the robot. If you cut the robot's head off and put it on that other mini that I like, you would have Black Manta. Okay, so there's that. Now we do then we put a little texture on the bases, and then we build. I should have bought more of this crap. So just put a little pumice here. I don't know why, but this is a thing for me now. These like partially stamped, partially textured bases. Just look a little bit more dynamic. That's a great way to kind of conserve material too. If you're like running out of epoxy sculpt. Okay. I'm gonna do this guy's like almost entirely texture. It's a Lizard. Yeah, my son is excited to try this game as well. Might be cool. Maybe I'll film a battle report with him. That might be kind of fun. Boop, boop. Anybody else working on? So I know Hexus Pano is working on Adeptus Titanicus. I know Canvas is working on a Furry Orgy. Anybody else working on anything cool? Yeah, it's a really simple game. That's why I was kind of wondering, like, why are we trying to, I think you just kind of just enjoy it for what it is. It's almost like a really cool kind of portable beer and pretzel skirmish game. Campaign sounds like fun. A Deathwing Librarian. You're painting Death Guard. Oh, that's cool that you're painting again, Canvas. That is cool, man. I think I may have over textured this particular base. That happens. Yeah, it's like way too much schmutz on that one. You want the texture to be fairly thin, actually. So to dry faster and just easier to deal with. I'm going to leave it thick over on the overlap at least, though. There you go. You free some time if you could paint the survivors. Yeah, dude. I thought we were going to meet this month about that. But you come out and meet me on a Thursday sometime. Let's have a look. Have you played RE2 yet, Nelson? Curious to know if that's a fun game or not. Maybe at CQ. Cool. I wish it had the if there was a way you could actually get it to do that, to do the little voice when you hit the start button. Remember the PlayStation 2 Resident Evil when you hit start? Resident Evil. Like I wish there was something. Maybe we just record it on our phones, and then as soon as the game starts, we do that. And I know this is from part 1, but I still love the hope this is not Chris's blood. Not the remake. I was referring. Well, I don't know if the video game remake for sure should use that exact same thing when you hit start. You picked up PS4. Sweet. Our house is still console free. The boys are not. They're not old enough yet. My son's playing a lot of Goat Simulator these days on his tablet. That's the extent of his. He actually has a lot of different video games that he plays on the tablet, but we are definitely not jumping into a console for a while. All right, let those dry. Do some pinning because that's fun. Where is my supply of pin? My pin things. So we got that. Do I have glue down here? I have glue. Let me cut a little wire. Let's do that. Whoa, that was wild. I cut a little section of wire and saw an actual like spark. That's nuts. Roblox. I don't know how many pins I need to make 5 minis. These pins may be way too big too for these models. These models are tiny. Probably, we'll call it like 20 pins. You probably need 20 pins to do the whole thing. We'll find out. Shit. Shito. What pin sucks? Ah. Big pins, small pins. You gonna pick up a switch. I don't have time to do video games and miniature games at the same time. I gotta pick my one hobby. And even my one hobby eats up way too much time. I will freely admit that. Legend of Zelda game. Keep chipping away. At this rate, it does not look like I will be able to finish painting any Relic Blade tonight. I'll probably just be able to build and prime. But we'll go as far as we can. How about that? We'll go as far, whatever it takes. Let's just do it. And if I'm super inspired to stay up late, running into overtime, we're doing it. I only have a couple of meetings tomorrow. Work shouldn't be too bad. Tell myself. Whoa, these pins are a little too small. I need a new pair of clippers. Here for the sweet, sweet Relic Blade action. All you're gonna watch is me pinning. Maybe you might be able to see me bleed. That's always a plus. If I end up bleeding it. All right. Let's look at these things. You got this guy. He has a spear. This guy has a whip. Yep, he's got a whip. He's got a. Why is this guy in two pieces? What did he do? Why is he? Who did that? Who hurt you? That guy. He's got. He's got that. This guy's got. Oh, they have different options. They have different options for things. How does one even do this? What? What? What do you mean already Thursday, dude? This week has been like 9 years long for me. Okay. Multi-legged beast. Why the hell do we need to have damn piece? What the hell? This is a tongue. What the shit? I'm not pinning that. You don't hear me say that very often. But I'm not pinning that shit. Oh, I like this. The arms, like, they weren't dicks, and they just stuck that. That was cool. So this just, so it goes like that, I suppose. All right. Yeah, let's start building her. Building her. Need a file. Wait. Okay. Wait. So this dude, is it me or how many weapon options does this dude have? Oh, this just sits on his belt, it looks like. All right, let's do this guy first. Let's do him first. Because he's got little small hand. Yes, small. His hand small. I clip that stuff off. Let's file off a little bit of the flashy flashes. Okay. So this looks like he has a whip that kind of goes across his face, and then he has a knife off to the side, right? Whips are always a pain in the ass because of that. See that gunk there? You're trying to make that whip super smooth on the top, and then it's also really flimsy, and then you're trying to trim off all of that schmegma right there, right? Then you just, this is not Gill Ball. This is Relic Blade. These are Relic Blade minis. I'll show you the thing. Where's the damn thing? Here's the thing. So Relic Blade. This is the Lizard starter faction, the Wretched Hive. Right? Yeah. Yeah, you use a knife to cut the, you go like this. And you just kind of shave that off, and then you file it. Boop. But it's just annoying. And my blade is not very sharp today. So, all right. So I have that faction, and then I have the Wilderkin faction, which I will build and paint probably over the weekend. That'll be my weekend project. Because they're, in my opinion, there are fewer models there, but they're a little more intricate than these. These are, Lizard Men are fairly, hey, we're, you paint us some sort of green or brown or blue. They're fairly simple, is what I'm trying to say. Except when they have a whip. Just filing down that shit on the whip sucks. It's getting there. Getting there. My son, I asked what colors he wanted these lizards. He said green and maybe red. So may have a couple of red ones, may have some green ones. He wanted the big lizard to be green. And then we're gonna, ooh. Don't tempt me. Yeah, I probably will go back and order some paradins at some point. Or the other faction that no one bought. What's it called? They just look kind of like mercenary guys. Those looked kind of cool. I might go in for those. I may place an order for, yeah, Lone Guard. I may place an order for me and my son. Like maybe I'll get either Paladins or Lone Guard. Well, my son likes Paladins, so maybe I'll get Paladins. And then And then he also liked the skeletons. So he may do that too. Battle pigs seem pretty strong. But those were I picked my factions based on what I like aesthetically and what my son likes. So I knew he would like lizards, and I liked that. I liked a lot of what the Wilderkin stuff had. Okay, it's not bad. Let's find an appropriate pin here. These pins are super tiny. It's a good pin. Oh, I can even go with a smaller pin. Cool. So you don't really need a gigantic pin for this. Suddenly, that pin doesn't fit. There it goes. Oh. Cool. We'll glue at it. To look at the pigs, I don't want to be the only person in the club. I think for me, I already have a pig faction in Wrath of Kings. So that was why. One of the main reasons. Also, they were my son's least favorite faction aesthetically. So I chose correctly there. And you also have this other hand. Wow, I got like no different hand options on these. There were 0. Maybe the Iguan Assassin has more. We'll see. If he has more, I may magnetize him. That could be a thing. This little bolo whip here reminds me of Tigra from Thundercats, for those of you who remember Thundercats. Because Thundercats was dope. You should actually like Thundercats. Great show. So we gotta file this a little bit flat, right? And then we're gonna drill a teeny little hole in there. I know you guys love that squealing sound. This is why I rarely pin things on camera these days. Not that I know you guys want to see me bleed, because it's entertaining, but Derek even mentioned whatever that was. Did that Thundercats roar shit ever come out? You guys know what I'm talking about? It's so, yeah. That reboot looks terrible. And the creator of that, like they interviewed him, like they thought it was a good idea not only to make that shitty show, but they thought it was a good idea to put that guy's face on TV somewhere. And I've never seen like he's probably 30, 40-year-old dude. I know that because he looks 10 years older than me, and I'm 10 years older than that fool. But they thought it was a good idea to put him on TV, and I've never seen a dude his age, a big, doughy guy, like a big doughy bearded guy, his age, act like a 5-year-old little girl. Because that's what he was acting like. He was acting like, this is my show, it's so great. This is so good. And when they pay lip service to that shit, like, I love Thundercats since I was a kid. I'm like, bull fucking shit, man. You ain't never seen that show. Shut the fuck up. Like, that guy did not watch Thundercats. I would bet my fucking blood on that shit. If they gave him a job and he's like, oh, I wanted to do something serious. You're like, nah, bitch. You're doing Thundercats. And now he's got to go on TV and act like he likes that shit. And it's like when when they have like A-list actors, and when they first started putting A-list actors in comic book movies and video game movies, with the notable exception of like Mila Jovovich, who's hot as fuck. With the exception of her, a lot of these like serious actors get on there and they're like, "Oh yes, I was a fan. I was a fan of Inframan since I was a kid, and now to play this dramatic rendition, like shut the fuck up, man. Like everybody knows you were not into that shit, right? Everybody knows that like you didn't hear you do not know what the fuck this is. But the worst part is when directors get on. You're like, oh, directors, like you're gonna direct Matchbox the movie, and they're gonna get on their like press tour and be like, oh yeah, I was really into that experience of playing with Matchbox when I was a kid, and this is like a dream come true, okay? Because ever since I left Juilliard, me and Thaddeus would go out and we'd have a frappuccino. Like, shut the fuck up, man! Like, you are not in this world. You do not do any of this shit, right? It's a job. You got on this gig, okay? Like you're playing Puck from Alpha Flight. Okay, you never heard who the fuck like Puck from Alpha Flight was in your whole life, and now you're gonna get on TV. Oh yeah, you know. After I did Steel Magnolias 3, the next progression for me was to play Puck from Alpha Flight. Like shut the fuck up, man. Like that was not your thing. Okay, they put you in the God of War video game movie, and like you ain't ever played that shit, okay? You didn't. Yeah, sorry, I had to make an obscure reference like Alpha Flight. Actually, I really do think they should do an Alpha Flight movie because that would be dope as shit. I do think that would be so badass. I remember as a kid growing up thinking like, man, like Danny DeVito should be Puck. Can we have Danny DeVito as Puck, please? Please. I would still watch Danny DeVito as Puck, just so you know. Dope. But you know what I'm saying? Like, what happens with it's like this is just a statement about like pop culture in general, right? The chick's name, well, there was, uh, there was Guardian, right? And then there was North Star and Aurora. Yeah. Now North Star was the first gay superhero from my recollection. He was the first openly gay superhero. And what was cool about it was back then nobody gave a shit, right? They're like, "Oh, cool. North Star is gay." Uh yeah, Snowbird, I remember that character. Um and now it's like if they were now they do it, and then there's like all these like fake journalists that get on. Oh, you'll never guess why Alpha Flight is the most woke shit ever, and you're like, bitch, like that was the 80s when that shit came out. I still have issue number one, and North Star was gay, and no one gave a shit. Like it wasn't a big deal. It was like, yeah, okay, that character's gay, cool. That was not a big deal. Now they make a big deal of it about it, and then if you're like, well, actually, that's kind of dumb because you're like, no, you're a bigot. Well, no, that shit existed long before. We're just saying, oh my god. That's how it is now. It's like, gee, just oh, never mind. Never mind. Fine. Fine. It's really woke that this character is now gay. When there was a gay character 40 fucking years ago, we watched shit. No one cared. Okay? There weren't lines of bigots outside the comic book store. No one's gonna read Alpha Flight because there's a gay, Like that wasn't a thing. Anyway, a campy movie based on the old Ulysses cartoon. I don't know, dude. But that's like the whole. It's just annoying now. It's like, yeah, they make shit like pop culture takes what was traditionally nerd culture. Now it's all pop culture. But like back in the shit that we got made fun of for liking 30 years ago is like super cool now, right? And now and so like all of your celebrity types have to say that they liked that shit, that they were into that shit. And you know that there were some that really were into that shit, right? Like Vin Diesel plays D&D, he does, and some of these other actors like they do like that shit and they're into it. Cool. But then there's some out there, some of these actors, you're like, get the fuck out of here. You are not into that shit, okay? No one buys that for a second, except for the journalists. It's like, oh, you'll never guess that. I'm gonna make some shit up, but you'll never guess that Kristen Bell was a Galaga champion in the 80s. Like, shut the fuck up. That is not a thing. Like, the reach is so hard sometimes. They're just like, yeah, you 7 reasons why. Shut the. I just, yeah, I hate that shit. I hate it. Even when they made a big, when Robin Williams died and uh, they had some of his 40K shit. That was pretty dope, right? Because you're like, yeah, Robin Williams played 40K, and here's and there were some people that will have stories of when he came into the shop and played 40K with them. That's kind of cool, right? He wasn't like gearing up for a movie. He wasn't like amping up to play, Commissar Yarrick or anything like that. Although I would pay fucking cash money to watch that if he did play Commissar Yarrick. Actually, I think the best role for Robin Williams would be Sanguinius. If he was like we'd just have him with long hair, like getting struck down by Horus. I would, oh man. The 40K fanboys would be so mad at me in the theater because they'd be laughing my ass off. And this is one of the saddest moments in 40K history. And I'd be like, no, man. Fucking Robin Williams is Sanguinius. And he has the long ass hair. And he's bleeding to death. And all of his nightmares become like the whole reason why his chapter is a thing. Like, that's cool. There's shit like that that's cool, right? But yeah. Oof. Oh. Oh. Huh. Okay. Okay. So this guy, small hands guy with a whip, he's all about it. Okay. Cool. So there's him. We'll throw him on the base in a minute. This looks like this is going to be annoying as shit to put together. So let's do this. Oh wait, I forgot to put on his little bolo thing. Ah! And it looks like I didn't get a good. I don't have a good fit there. Oh god, this is annoying. Don't make me break out the... I do not want to have to use Zip Kicker. Oh my god, I'm going to have to use Zip Kicker, aren't I? Just to skin that bad boy. Yeah, I am going to have to use Zip Kicker because that shit is not staying. What a dick. No, it'll stay. No, it won't stay. What a dick. Stop being an asshole. Yeah, I'll paint these up in... Actually, I'm kind of glad that they're not magnetized, or my kid would be constantly pulling the weapons on and off. Which is okay. Like, he might not... Like, if he likes these so much... If he likes them too much, he won't bother to play the game. He'll just want to, like, roll around on the floor and, like, put these guys on. All right. How the hell does this go? That looks like that could be a thing. That looks more likely where that's going to go. Okay, cool. You have to do a vlog on your channel. Cool. I know Andrew is talking about doing Relic Blade content on his channel. I will, once I get these things painted up, I definitely plan on doing a little Relic Blade on this channel. And we'll see how that goes. We ordered a memory card reader. Man, if you can get to recording on your phone, I'm telling you, like that was a massive game changer for me, is being able to record and edit Guild Ball games on my phone. Being able to like turn around those games super fast. Where does the Tigra whip go on this dude? I'm gonna say here just because that's a nice little empty space for one. Like right in here. Right. I just made that shit up that it should be right there, and I think I'm right actually. I think that does actually go there. Yeah, I think it goes there. Oh no, it definitely goes there. Oops. It goes there, doesn't it? Yeah, it goes like that. I can fit it here though. It's not bad to put it there. See, pieces like this though are just gonna fall off. That is just annoying. But let's make that work. And get some sleep. All right. Good night, dude. Have a good one. Oh, it is getting kind of late. So I may not even have time to prime these. We might just be building, which is okay. Yeah, I think I goofed. I think I screwed around a little too much. screwed around too much. Good news, though, is I should be able to just stick these on the bases pretty easily. Especially this guy. And this bit is very dull. Beep, beep, beep. Well, the fit's good. Well, that was nice and easy. And then now you gotta figure out. That's weird. So does this go on the front leg? Yeah, this becomes the front leg, right? And then this is the, I'm gonna say that's the back leg there. Looks right. Back leg there. Shoot. Yeah, if I want to go to bed at a decent hour. Well, who knows? It doesn't seem like that shit is happening now. Because what I have to do now, what I really have to do now is I have to go and seal up all those minis that I have to deliver tomorrow. So this is, I'm going to have to just stop in the middle of this, which kind of sucks. Stop with the lizard half built. Yeah, I screwed around too much. I ranted too much and I didn't work fast enough. It happens. So we'll leave him at this point, sort of half built. Miss playing Batman so much. Well, with any luck, we should be playing the Batman board game pretty soon here. So we'll have that. All right. Yeah. We gotta go back to sealing. We gotta seal up all of them dudes. Ah! Where so I need this? Do I have any? I thought I had more varnish than this. Damn it. I was just there. I should have bought another thing in it. Let's seal these guys up. All the escape from Dulce things. You know, the sad thing about Batman is I don't think my Wonderland team is a viable team anymore. I'm not sure. For sure, my Secret Six is not. And that really sucks. I really like Secret Six. Secret Six is not a thing in the game right now. Super bad. All right. Yeah, we gotta finish the work first. Then we can paint for me. Good night, guys. Well, I'll be here to spray this. Can you put up a link? Escape from Dulce? I don't really have a link for it. It was on Kickstarter, I think. I can type it out. You'll give me a minute to seal up my... Oh, crud. That's bad. Wait. Thought I had another thing of satin varnish here on this table. Maybe not. There we go. Oh. Use that. Carry on and seal minis. Yeah, I'm sure there are other combos too. I don't know. I'll have to look at it and jump back in. There was a guy at Kingdom Con bugging me to show him how to play. I was like, no. Like, I don't even know how to play right now. It's been that long. All right. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna, because I don't want to blow those pins away, I'm gonna seal them off camera and then I'll place them in frame so you can see. So this is like the lizard guard captain guy. He's not playable. Here's the aqua guy. He's also not playable, unfortunately. Well, I guess I'm just doing all the NPCs first. The man in black guy, also not playable. Since my theme here. Wait. The cow, however, is playable. Goat Boy is not playable. He's an ally, I believe. Sasquatch. I don't think Sasquatch is playable either. All right. That was Amelia Earhart. Now we just call this guy Wesker. There's a doctor. The robot. The robot's also not playable. The robot is also like a mini boss character. As is this thing. The Weird Family is playable. Infinity Army Man's is playable. No shit. Need to make more sealer. I'm like down to the very last bit of my airbrush thinner. So I had to order more. Blah. Okay. Somebody remind me to buy some more satin varnish. Because I am out again. Well, let's see. Maybe I can make some of these pieces. Some of the Relic Blade minis. All right. This. The samurai dude is playable. The moth dude is not playable. He's like an ally. Good to have me back on YouTube. Thanks. I haven't. I'll be honest with you. I'm really thinking about quitting Twitch. Other than streaming a game here and there, live streaming painting on Twitch has been super boring. Nobody hops in the chat anymore. There are people that lurk and come on, but I don't really get much. I used to get fairly good views on Twitch with the painting, but I don't really anymore. I might turn that into more of the live Guild Ball streaming. You don't get notifications? Well, that, and I've also have not been. The last couple of weeks have been pretty skinny as far as doing stuff on Twitch. Just not feeling it. They're, I think the only person who watches me on Twitch is Playboy. And just do a quick second layer on some of these, let them dry up. Just glad this commission is over. I don't like large commissions like that, but I understand easier to just do the whole board game at once. Yeah, I wonder what's up with that, Nelson. Maybe we'll figure out why you're not getting notifications. Okay. And I'm just going to quick reseal him. There we go. Right. Throw water through here. And then we'll go back to building. As far as a link to Escape from Dulce, let's see if I can find the website for it. If I can find the website for it, for sure. I think it was only on Kickstarter, though. I don't know that they have. I don't know that they have anything. Let's go ahead and clear that. Let me type the name of the game in the chat at least so you can see. Escape Dulce. And then the name of the company is Sentient Cow Games. So that hopefully that's enough for you to find it. Okay. All right. So those are all drying. We can get back to building these lizards. And like I said, I believe this is a rear leg, like that. Ooh, gotta love that squeal. The good old pin squeal. No, not really. Not really doing much for a large hole in there. Okay. Let's just push through and build. Let's just see how many of these we can build tonight. What the hell? Who needs sleep? We're cool. Nobody needs that shit. especially with my awesome squealing sounds. The rest of these shouldn't be that bad to build once this thing is done. I don't think that's deep enough. All right. Sweet. Oh, maybe not that sweet. And that didn't stick. Why did it not bond? Push that together. Whoa. The hour grows later. Okay, so that last leg, there it is. The last little bit here. Okay. So it looks like everybody's just about tuning out. So let me just finish putting this dude together, and then we'll call it. Alrighty. Put a tiny little pin in this guy. We don't need much. Oh, that's too small of a pin. There we go. Whoa. Gotta come down there with that glue. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Like overglued that segment. All right. Ah, you gotta be shitting me. I'm actually gonna reinforce this with a little kicker, because why not? Okay. We'll seal that bad boy up. All right. So I think we are at that time, my friends. We're going to call this stream here. I want to thank everyone for watching. Have a good night, guys. And yeah, we'll catch you when I do the 3,000 subs stream. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but we'll have some kind of party, I think. We'll do that. Sure. Why not? Good night, everybody.